Kanċiller Professur David Attard, Rettur Professur Alfred Vella, Prorettur Professur Frank Bezzina, Sinjuri. Huwa ta' sodisfazzjoni kbira l-Università ta' Malta li nilqawkom għal din iċ-ċerimonja ta' gradwazzjoni. Is-seba' waħda minn sensiela ta' 18 ċerimonja fil-livell postgraduate. F'din is-sessjoni ta' gradwazzjonijiet għas-snin 2022 u 2023 ninfurmawkom li ser jiggradwaw aktar minn 1500 student. Fosthom hemm 54 dottorat li minnhom 44 huma dottorati ta' riċerka foqsma varji. Nibdew iċ-ċerimonja billi nistieden lill-Professur Elizabeth Conrad mill-Istitut tas Sistemi Ambjentali sabiex tindirizzana. Professor Conrad.
Chancellor, Rector, Pro-Rector, members of the academic body, academic registrar, administrative members of staff, distinguished guests, parents, and especially graduates. Today is first and foremost a day of celebration. A master's degree is no small feat, and we are all here to mark your achievement, attained through hard work and perseverance in the face of the odds that lay in your path. You should all be immensely proud of yourselves, as we are of you. But today is also a day for reflection. This graduation ceremony brings together varied professions, amongst them educators, scientists, and professionals engaged in the tourism and cultural sectors. All these subject areas are in some way concerned with the future we are creating. Yet our society is often described as one focused on the present, on instant gratification, an impatient society. And indeed, it is our collective impatience that I would like to talk about briefly today. Impatience is really an innate human trait. We are all predisposed to want things now, particularly when the future is often uncertain. Our ability to have things now is perhaps greater than it ever was, thanks to our impressive advances in technology. But why do we also need the ability to wait? My work, and that of my esteemed colleagues at the Institute of Earth Systems, is really all about delayed returns. We study planetary systems, which support our very human existence here on Earth. The complexity of these has a lot to do with delays, or time lags. We are all familiar with such lags. For example, between the planting of seeds and the harvesting of crops, or between the first inkling of an idea and its eventual fruition in a work of art. However, there are also less obvious lags that mean that the effects of what we do now may not be evident for days, years, or even decades. Aldo Leopold, a conservationist and philosopher, eloquently wrote, "Only the mountain has lived long enough to listen objectively to the howl of a wolf." His was an indictment of short-sighted management decisions that failed to recognize the critical role of wolves in ecosystems. But more generally, he was making the point that we struggle to understand the impacts of our decisions on systems that operate on timeframes so different from ours. Likewise, our fixes rarely yield immediate benefit. For example, our current efforts to curb carbon emissions are often unpopular and costly, and will not have any immediate effect on warming trends. Efforts to conserve a species often require substantial capital investment, but a change in status may not occur for years, if at all. Likewise, practically any efforts that involve changing human behavior involve a slow, often uphill struggle. Indeed, it is not hard to see why technical solutions are often seen as incompatible with the desire for quick results, and with politicians' interest in 4 or 5 year electoral cycles. This does not only apply to Earth systems. Let us take you, the teachers graduating today. The time you spend with the learners in your care will shape them in profound ways that you yourselves may not even realize, not only through the knowledge you impart, but through every aspect of what you do and say. Your job, just like ours in the environmental sector, is about delayed returns, investing in an educational system that we hope will produce responsible young adults down the line. That is both a great privilege and a tremendous responsibility. But does our society appreciate the delayed returns of the job that you do? Statistics showing that the teaching profession pays significantly less than other career paths requiring a comparable level of education regrettably seem to suggest otherwise. We expect more and more of our educators without a corresponding increase in support, resources and status, relying on the fact that many of those who choose to teach consider it a calling. I tip my hat to you who have made the noble choice to work in this sector, but I have to question the myopia of a society that fails to recognize that an investment in teachers is an investment in future generations, and is that not one of the most worthwhile investments of all? Future investments are also very relevant to the graduates here today from the tourism and cultural sectors. Malta boasts an incredible heritage, one that belies our small size. But juggling its conservation with the needs and wants of a growing resident population and a large tourism sector requires strategic thinking, which by definition is long-term. Bringing me back to our theme of delayed returns. The current state of Malta's environment reflects rather poorly on our collective ability to envision a sustainable future in the long term. Look around us. We see haphazard urban development, noise, air and light pollution that have become a pervasive feature of daily life, the degradation of the country's natural and cultural heritage, all with far too little appreciation of what actually makes Malta unique. It is perhaps no surprise that Malta is the only signatory country of the European Landscape Convention not to have ratified this, 22 long years on. We have embarked on a development trajectory that is short-sighted, rooted in a planning system that is likewise short-sighted. The long-term impacts of this on Malta's attractiveness as a tourism destination remain to be seen. The impacts on the quality of life of Malta's residents are, regrettably, already too evident. But to even consider alternative paths, we must first come to terms with the fact that these may well be incompatible with short-sighted political priorities. I have no wish to be a voice of gloom and doom, particularly on what is a happy occasion, which brings me back to you, dear graduates. You are a source of inspiration, because in the face of our general desire for quick returns, your journey has not been one of instant gratification. You have been patient. You have labored long and hard to get to this graduation ceremony, and you are here today reaping your rewards. I would like to conclude by thanking the Senate of the University of Malta for its invitation to address you today, and I augur simply that your journey inspires the rest of us to remember that worthwhile investments take time to yield fruit. I also hope that when you yourselves face uphill struggles in your life, you can look back on your academic experience to give you courage. My warmest congratulations to you all.
Nistidinkom tisimgħu l-indirizz tar-rappreżentanti tal-gradwati, is-Sinjura Sharona De Bona mill-Fakultà tal-Edukazzjoni. Is-Sinjura De Bona.
Chancellor, Rector, Prorectors, members of Council and Senate, members of the academic body, academic registrar, administrative staff members, distinguished guests, and fellow graduates. As I stand here today, I am filled with different emotions and a sense of accomplishment. When I was younger, I struggled with a fear of going to school, a disorder known as school phobia. It was a very difficult period, both for me and even for my parents. However, today, here I am, proud to say that I am a graduate of a Master's in Teaching and Learning, and even prouder to say that I am now working in a school as an educator. Ironically, I wanted to share this experience with you all to remind you that despite any obstacles or fears you may have, with hard work and determination, you can overcome them and achieve your goals. I am living proof of that, and I hope that my journey can serve as an inspiration to you all. As we embark on the next chapter of our lives, it is important to remember that our time at the University of Malta was not just about obtaining a degree, but also about becoming active and engaged members of society. Student activism plays a crucial role in shaping the university experience, and it is important to continue to be actively involved even after our graduation. Student activism not only allows us to bring about change and make a positive impact on our university and society, but it also allows us to develop important skills such as leadership, communication, and also critical thinking. It is a platform for students to come together and work towards a common goal, whether it be through organizing events, leading campaigns, or participating in protests. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on the university experience for many students, including the ability for us to actively participate in student organizations and society. The shift to online learning made it more difficult for us as students to connect with one another and to organize and participate in events and activities. Despite these challenges, it is important that students continue to be actively involved in organizations, society, and especially within university structures. The pandemic has highlighted the importance of coming together and working towards a common goal. Even while learning remotely, students could still find ways to connect with one another, to raise awareness about important issues, and to make a positive impact on the university and the community. Now, as some of us are graduating as educators, it is our responsibility to foster a culture of active citizenship and social responsibility in our students. We must teach them the importance of making their voice heard to bring about change and the power of being actively involved in their community. We must lead by example and continue to be actively engaged in our own communities, whether it be through volunteering, mentoring, or participating in political and social movements. But I would also like to take a moment to reflect on the journey that brought us here today. For many of us, the path to graduation was not easy. When I first came to the University of Malta, I was unsure of what I wanted to study, and I faced many challenges along the way. As a student in the field of education, I found the teaching practice component of my course to be particularly challenging. There were days when I felt overwhelmed and unsure of my abilities. I even remember drafting an email to my professors considering dropping out of the course. But I persisted and decided to steer through the difficulties and to keep working towards achieving my goal. I never gave up on my dream of becoming a teacher. My experience taught me that the journey to achieve your goals is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Today, as I stand here as a graduate, I am proud of the progress I have made and the person I have become. The challenges I faced during my teaching practice made me stronger, more resilient, and more determined. They taught me the importance of perseverance and the power of never giving up on my dream. And for that, I am forever grateful. It is through these challenges that we learn and grow, and it is through our determination to overcome them that we ultimately succeed. The pursuit of knowledge and the desire to make a difference in the world are what brought us all to the University of Malta. And it is the same drive that will continue to propel us forward as we leave the university and venture out into the real world. It is important to remember that our education does not end with graduation, but rather it is just the beginning. We must continue to seek out new opportunities for growth and development, and to never be afraid to take risks and to try new things. I would like to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to all of the lecturers and professors who have supported and guided us throughout our time at the University of Malta. Your dedication, knowledge, and guidance have been invaluable in helping us to achieve our academic goals. Your ability to inspire and challenge us has pushed us to reach our full potential, and for that, we are grateful. On behalf of you all, I also want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of our parents, guardians, and also our partners. Their unwavering love, support, and encouragement have been essential in helping us reach this milestone, celebrated through this momentous occasion. They have believed in us and encouraged us through every step of the journey, even during the most challenging times. They have sacrificed so much for us, and we will also be grateful for their sacrifices and their love. Last but not least, I would also like to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to my fellow course mates. Throughout our time at the University of Malta, we have shared this journey together, forged new friendships, and made so many connections. We have supported each other through the highs and lows. I am truly grateful for the memories and experiences that we have shared together, and I'm positive that you will accomplish great things in the future. In conclusion, I would like to congratulate all my fellow graduates. We have come a long way and accomplished so much, but our journey is far from over. Let us continue to strive for excellence and make a positive impact on the world. Let us remember to be actively engaged citizens and to never give up on our dreams. And most importantly, let us not forget to have some fun along the way. Thank you.
Loti tal-grad ta' Master fil-Fakultà tal-Edukazzjoni. Preklarissimi kandidati plaqui ta' autoritatibus Universitati Moderandi Prefectis, dinios vos declarare qui laurea insignibus decoremini. Sponsor, Professor Colin Calleja.
Tuum in conspectum ad infice rector adducimus os lectissimus candidatos omnibus laurea insignibus, more institutoque maiorum a te honostandos, qui a consiliaris et senatoribus uius universitatis dignissimis presentati, temox rogabunt ut, tibi attributa potestate, eos magistros reunitis, atque in eius modi censu cooptatos adscriptosque nomines atque edicas.
Nicole Abela. Nicole Abela ġitlaw fil-kors bil-qasam tal-istudji tagħha jkun Education with Business Education.
Utitaque Deus, exoratus, vertat bene, nobis attributa auctoritate, te magistram eo iure censeri, et esse quo optimo sunt creati alii edicimus et pronunciamus, tibique omnibus honoribus cum laurea conjunctis, fruendi et utendi facultatem facimus. Capeam collatie tibi dignitatis ornamenta, et quid illa instituto maiorum portendant intellege. Gesta sic togam anc, ut norint omnes te in magistrarum collegium allectam esse. Sit tibi liberalis pileus sic, veluti ornamentum laureum, quo donabantur post certamen victores, quant opere vero te de dignitate adepta, in totus academici cetus nomine gratulemur, testetur tibi hic noster amplexus.
Education with Art. Maria Chiara Monterosso. Hannah Muscat. In absentia Noemi Delofu. Education with Computing. Michaela Marie Borch. Steve Borch. Education with Design and Technology. Mireille Attard. Ishmael Cocker. Robert Farrugia. Aidon Formosa. Education with English with second and foreign language teaching and learning. Benedicta Borch. Sarah Ann Kauki. Eliza Marie Cordina. Michaela Demicoli. Brandon John Muscat. Education with European Studies with History. Nathaniel Farrugia. Education with French with second and foreign language teaching and learning. Caroline Shikluna. Katrina Vella. Education with Geography. Noella Vella. Education with German with second and foreign language teaching and learning, Martina Muliet. Education with Health and Social Care, Mariella Abela Camilleri. Education with Health and Social Care with Technology and Enhanced Learning, Kellyanne Kakia. Education with History, Jeremy Nicholas Frederick. Education with Home Economics with Education with Home Economics with Health and Social Care, Sharona De Bono. Maria Magro. Altea Mikallef. Christabel Marie Sherry. Education with Home Economics and Hospitality, Marta Buhajar. Abigail Camilleri. Martina Maria Grek. Education with Italian, with second and foreign language teaching and learning, Deborah Elou. Education with Italian, with Technology at Enhanced Learning, Janice Ujeya. Sarah Darmani. Education with Media Literacy, Zayden Kamenzuli. Elise Marie Elul. Education with Music with Technology Enhanced Learning, Rebecca Bonello. Education with Personal, Social and Career Development, Xanobia Fsadni. Sophie May Messina. Annabelle Portelli. Elaine Marie Sherry. Amarlis Sheberas. Rebecca Vella. Se nieqfu għal ftit minuti mill-loti tal-ċertifikati sabiex nisimgħu lil Malta Philharmonic Orchestra String Ensemble flimkien mas soprano Alexandra Camilleri Gambin. Education with Physical Education, Luke Kiwan Austin. Claire Rose Azzopardi. Neil Borg. Luke Bozottil. Juan Carl de Giorgio. Ryan Paul de Giorgio. Karen Flair Soler. Matthew Formosa. Kellyanne Mintoff. Kyle Navarro. Andrew Pouch. Nicholas Pisani. Luke Taliano. Samuel Vella. Toya Zamit. Education with Science, Martina Chantar. Michelle De Bono. Rachel McCullef. Gabriel Pach. Daniel Spiteri. Adrian Vella. Education with Social Studies. Kylie Barbara. Education with Textiles and Fashion. Angie Cremona. Simona Vella. Education with Textiles and Fashion with Home Economics. Anne-Marie Bonello. Loti tal-grad ta' Master fl-Istitut tas-Sistemi Ambjentali. Preklarissimi kandidati, plakwi ta' Auctoritatibus Universitati Moderande Prefectis, dinjos vos deklarare qui laurea insignibus decoremini. Sponsor, Professor Everaldo Attard.
Tum conspectum magnifice rector, adicimus os lectissimos candidatos, omnibus lauream sinibus, morens stoque maiorum, a te honestandos qui, a consiliaris et senatoribus, uius universitatis dignissimis presentati, te mox tragabuntut, tib attributa potestate, eos magistros renuncias, atque in aius modi, census cooptatos astritosque, nomines atque edicas.
John Joseph Borch. John Joseph Borch ġil-ewwel fil-kors tiegħu.
Utitaque Deus exoratus, vertat bene, nobis attributa auctoritate. Te magistrum eo iure censeri, et esse quo optimo sunt creati alii adicimus, et pronunciamus, tibique omnibus honoribus, cum laurea conjunctis fruendi et utendi facultatem facimus. Capeam collatie tibi dignitatis ornamenta, et quid illa instituto maiorum portendant intellege. Gesta sic togamanc ut norint omnes te in magistrorum collegium allectum esse. Sit tibi liberalis pileus hic, veluti ornamentum laureum, quo donabantur post certamen victores. Quant opere vero te de dignitate adepta in totus academici cetus nomine gratulemur, testetur tibi hic noster amplexus.
Celio Borch. Daniel Philip Kauki. Maria Mazzini. Stephen Martin Mifsud. Derek Muscat. Clayton Samut. Master of Science in Natural Environment and Resources Management, Dejan Bonici. Mattias Florin Cilia. Diane Barnes. Raisa Zamit. In absentia, Naomi Campoy. Loti tal-grad ta' Master fl-Istitut tat Turiżmu, l-Ivvjaġġar u l-Kultura. Preklarissima kandidata plakwit autoritatibus Universitati Moderande Prefectis, dinjam te deklarare che laurea insignibus decoreris. Sponsor, Professor Maria Vellino.
Tum in conspectum magnifice rector, adducimus hanc lectissimam candidatam, omnibus laurea insignibus, more institutoque maiorum a te honestandam, quae a consiliaris et senatoribus huius universitatis dinissimis presentata, temox rogabut it ut tibi attributa potestate, eia magistros renunties, atque in eius modi censu cooptatum ad discroptamque, nomines atque edicas.
Maria Rosaria Zammit Abuzid. Issa nitlob li gradwati l-ġodda jqumu bil-wieqfa biex flimkien ngħidu l-affermazzjoni. Jiena nilqa l-onuri u l-privileġġi mogħtija lili llum. Jiena nwiegħed li nħaddimhom b'responsabbiltà għas-servizz tas-soċjetà u li nagħmel hekk skont il-liġi u l-Kostituzzjoni ta' Malta. U filwaqt li nkun membru tal-Korp Akademiku tal-Università ta' Malta, nagħti kelma sieħa li nimxi dejjem skont il-liġijiet u regolamenti tagħha. Fisem l-Università nifraħ il-gradwati l-ġodda u lill-familji tagħkom f'din l-okkażjoni. Proset. Inqumu bil-wieqfa għall-innu Malti. Nitlobkom tibqgħu bil-wieqfa sakemm joħorġu l-kanċillier, ir-rettur, il-prorettur u l-korp akademiku. Amen.